Well, for more on the rise of TikTok and other social platforms during this pandemic, let's bring in James Nord, the CEO of influencer marketing platform 4. Good to have you back.
Yeah, good to be back. Thanks for having me.
So help people understand, why is the TikTok model so popular?
Yeah, I mean, TikTok is about generally pure entertainment. It's just a lot of fun. And I think that the way the app works, it kind of pulls you in as somebody that is consuming the content. You don't need to start an account to start consuming content. You don't need to start following people. You just need to download it and start watching it. And then the things that are popular on TikTok are meant to be participated in. It's meant to be something that everybody does. And so eventually you watch that dance enough times and you say, well, maybe I can do that dance. And you try it out and upload one as well.
So truly social media there. So then other than TikTok then, what other online apps are really seeing an uptick?
Look, we've been watching all of them, and I think all apps are seeing an uptick in usage right now. Instagram usage is way up, YouTube views way up, and just generally time on phone. I mean, that's something we've been watching is collecting data from how much time people are spending on their phones. That's up 30–40% in some cases. So I just think in general, people are living in their phones more right now, and these apps are really benefiting from that.
Now, overall, TikTok was considered more of a Gen Z app. Are we seeing any sort of changes in terms of the demographics using it now because of the lockdown?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that as an app becomes more popular, this kind of always happens. You got to remember, Facebook started just with college students, and there was a big uproar when Facebook allowed people that weren't college students to come on. So every app generally starts in youth culture, and then it expands from there. And so it is natural, as TikTok is coming into more of the national conversation, that older and older people, such as myself, are using it more and more. My mom's on there now, and so it's not crazy to see older people using TikTok now.
Now, are people actually making money on TikTok and some of these other apps during social distancing, and how are they doing that?
Absolutely, yeah. They're making money in very similar ways that influencers have made money for years now. They're getting sponsored content from brands. Increasingly on these apps, brands are running out of content for their own channels. They can't shoot in the studio anymore. They can't go and produce photo shoots, and they're running out of things to post. And increasingly, they're turning to influencers who can be the model, the photographer, the editor, and the person who publishes the content. And so they're turning to influencers more and more to create that content. And then that's also just where the attention is. Advertising dollars follow eyeballs. And right now, people's eyeballs are on social media. And so it makes sense that advertisers want to be there as well.
And that's certainly the avenue that people are looking at when it comes to news that they're trying to get about the coronavirus. Talk a little bit about how instrumental TikTok was in China during its coronavirus peak and what we can learn from it here in the US or the rest of the world.
I think, TikTok has been incredible in helping people build a following really, really quickly and helping content spread at an incredible speed. And so I think in a time of crisis, it's natural that those people who have platforms use those platforms to educate people. And so I think, in China, there was a lot of that happening in kind of educating the population about what was happening with this virus on TikTok. And we've seen the same thing in America on TikTok and YouTube and Instagram and other platforms, that those people that have a following are stepping up and trying to, help educate people so we can curb the spread of this virus.
Now, shifting gears slightly, we saw that last month Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube were sending home thousands of their content moderators, relying more on machines to really weed out violations. What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I mean, it's always been a very hard job for those platforms to weed out the violations, and I know they have thousands and thousands of people as well as machines that do that. I mean, it's going to be a really difficult task and made more difficult, and I think like any crisis or thing that happens, you see a lot of the world stepping up and doing great things, and then you see people taking advantage. And so I think there is an opportunity right now, or a risk that some content that usually would get flagged is getting through. And that's especially important right now with trying to curb the spread of misinformation on social. It's something we've been talking to our influencers about, is making sure they fact check things before they publish them, because they have such influential voices, they need to make sure the things they're spreading to that audience are true.
All right, certainly authenticity a key there. Thank you so much. James Nord there, the CEO of influencer marketing platform 4.
Thank you.